All right, we're live.
We are
Here
indeed.
we are once again. Well, you're once again for you, not for me.
There was a lot of clamor last time around.
That's what I heard.
People missed David L.
I'm here today.
Yeah, he's here.
I'm here every
They're like,
week.
"Where's David?" I was like, "I'm here."
Every other week I'm here.
Yep.
So if we start doing more live streams, you can kind of plan your week accordingly.
Or David can stream from his house.
I could.
Right, using the power of the internet.
Yeah, I don't have the lighting set up. Anyway, in this live stream, we're going to talk about the iPhone XS, the XS Max, do a little review, and we're going to show you how to get the best deal on an iPhone XS of your own. There, people are worried about the prices, but if you actually look at the carriers' websites right now, there are tons of good deals in the iPhone XS. So we're going to talk about that. And if you communicate in the chat, we'll get back to you.
Back at you. Yeah.
Hello, Denise. Hello, Mitt. Hello, Tuna Kebab. Tuna Kebab. That sounds not good.
It sounds delicious.
A tuna kebab?
Indeed. Yeah, my friend David, a different David.
Different David, a third David.
Third David just saved $150 a month on 2 lines by switching from AT&T to one of Verizon's prepaid plans. Wow. And he was able to get the iPhone XS with the savings. So that worked out well for him.
Yeah.
So sometimes the best way to get a good deal is to switch carriers.
Well, because I have the Verizon prepaid plan too. It's a really good deal.
Yeah, what did you used to have?
It was like $40 a month for 3 gigabytes a day. And I used to have a Virgin Mobile plan that was, it was cheap, but it had no cellular data. So
right. Yep, no cellular data, literally no cellular data.
Literally no
Zero
cellular data.
data.
I didn't have any gigabytes of data.
Right, now you pay like $40 a month with Verizon.
Yeah.
Yep. And
so it's like $10 more a month and I get data.
Yep.
So
good deal.
Hello, Vicky, Tech.
Yeah.
All the Tech Wizard, Mauricio.
Content is awesome.
Do you guys have an Apple Watch? I have one. I'm not wearing it though. So
yeah, I have one too. Dave, were you going to get the 4th gen?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I got to update to WatchOS first and then see what's going on.
See if it's worth it.
Yeah, because I figure a lot of the changes are going to be mostly WatchOS related, not necessarily with the Series 4 and that whole fall protection stuff and like the EKG thing.
You're pretty. I mean, you're pretty solid.
It's pretty cool, but I'm not an unhealthy person. And I don't fall over a lot.
At least not physically.
And if I fall over, I can typically just get back up.
Like a cat.
Yeah, I'm like a cat. Exactly.
Always lands at his feet.
Always
pretty amazing. Definitely. What's up, Mauricio? The Tech Wizard is here. We don't claim to be tech wizards, but, then again, the Tech Wizard can't really spell tech right. So
I prefer Tech Genius.
Tech Genius. Yeah, I don't anymore. I used to be. Actually, I never was. I was never a genius at the Apple Store. You know that story.
Yeah.
Yep. Never quite made it.
Anyway, we're here for the iPhone XS. You have the iPhone XS. You've had it for about a week now, maybe half a week.
Less than that, yeah. It only came out on, Friday I got it.
How different is it than the iPhone X?
Well, so far for me, it's exactly the same as the iPhone X. And it was, pointed out the last time I did a live stream during the unboxing that there are a few differences, like the antenna band there's one at the top of the screen, whereas on the iPhone X, there isn't. On the bottom, if you take a look, the iPhone XS has a different mic array. So you can see down here. David, why don't you take your phone out? Because you got the 10, right?
I got the 10.
All right, let's get these phones out of their cases. Right. Look at you. You're all set. So there's like the 6 holes there for the mic. iPhone XS. Down to 3.
Wow.
I bet it was just a design decision that they did. They were like, you know what? It would look really cool if we made this symmetrical.
It was a symmetry thing for sure.
And then they added an antenna band down here, and they were like, you know what? Service. Service.
Is it lighter?
It's exactly the same.
Same weight?
Like you would. I was afraid. I'm in that upgrade program with Apple, so I can get a new phone every year, which is great. I was afraid that I was going to return the wrong one because I actually have to double check to make sure I don't send the new one back.
Right. TechKey is updated to the new macOS Mojave.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
I haven't updated to that yet. I probably should.
Yeah, I didn't want to update my main computer to that because I didn't want to, anything to go wrong. Those beta versions, you never know what's going to happen, but the dark mode is awesome. Really cool.
They put it on macOS and not iOS.
They did. It looks really, really cool too.
So iPhone XS, you've already confused it for your iPhone X, so it really isn't all that different.
No, I don't think it's that different. But, hey, if you have an iPhone 8, if you have an iPhone 7, or anything before, my buddy Dave was coming from an iPhone 6. Right. Even from the 8, it's miles ahead of the 8. And so if you're considering an upgrade and you've been holding out for something big, the iPhone X, the iPhone XS, those are great phones to upgrade to. In my opinion, it's the biggest change since the 3GS to the 4 when they added the Retina display. This is like a big deal.
Or if you want a phone that's basically an iPad mini, there's also the iPhone XS Max, which is like a more than 6-inch display size. So
I'm intimidated by that size.
It's very big. I don't know if it would fit in a conventional pocket. but if it does,
I wouldn't know. So my phone, I like this size. Somebody asked me, why didn't I get the iPhone XS Max? And it's because I like to be able to hold my phone and just use it and not have to worry about reaching too far up across the screen, because the way that my hand works, I could just barely reach the other corner. So the XS Max, if you're going like that, if you're dropping it, that'd be no fun.
The iPhone XS and XS Max do have a faster processor than the 8, the 8 Plus, and the 10. Have you noticed it any faster?
Not at all. But I don't do a lot of 3D games. I'm not doing the augmented reality stuff. I just use my phone, even though I'm a nerd, to surf the web, check my email, make phone calls, play a little blackjack, play a little chess, but those are not processor intensive things. Yes,
maybe if you're playing Fortnite on your iPhone. We get a lot of comments on our iPhone gets hot video, because people have these older iPhones. They're trying to play Fortnite and their phone gets really hot and it crashes and it's bad.
Makes sense, yep.
I think if you're one of those people, you're going to want to upgrade to an iPhone XS or XS Max, because they'll be actually able to handle those games. Yeah, for sure.
It's amazing how good these phones are in terms of being able to play video games, and the 3D gaming today is awesome. I used to play this real racing game. I was kind of addicted to it. When you just sit there, I was really good at it, but then it started to cost tons of money, and I didn't want to start pouring money into these games.
Was it a freemium app?
Yes. It is amazing how good these app developers are at getting you to pay money.
Yeah,
they get you hooked. They get you in the door. They give you a free... Have you ever played any of these games?
I played Clash of Clans for a while, and I got kind of bored with it.
Yeah, me too. I never really... Well, the thing is, you see all these people that are doing great. I once saw that you can actually pay like $20,000, but that's how much it costs to get from level 0 to like the maximum.
Wow.
You have to put $20,000 into the app. You can get there, but that's like a little expensive for a video game.
What's the point, though?
The point is to be the best in the world.
There's whatever.
Get your name up there in that leaderboard.
Let's see what we've got so far in the chat. Caitlin Vu asked, which Apple Watch size you prefer, 38, 40, 42, or 44 millimeter? I mean, you're probably not going to notice a huge difference in those screen sizes. I think I have the larger one in the Apple Watch Series 3. And it's fine. I have kind of big fingers, so it's hard for me to tap anyway, so like even a smaller screen would be an issue. So if you've got big fingers, I would probably go for a larger screen size just to make it easier to tap on the screen.
Easier to see. It's not like these things are that big anyway. Right. I like the bigger size for myself, yeah.
Mauricio asked if you had any issues with connectivity on the XS. Wi-Fi, cellular, totally fine?
Not so far.
What's interesting, actually, the other day, Verizon just pushed a new carrier settings update. So if you're having connectivity issues and you're on Verizon, go to Settings, General, About, and just check to see if a carrier settings update is available. If one is, tap Update.
Let's do it.
I did it today. I don't know.
You did?
We have the same carrier and the same phone brand, so you probably have one too. No?
Nope.
All right, well, never mind. I had a carrier settings update. Maybe you do. I don't know.
Yep, I don't. Maybe I did it in my sleep. You never know.
Mauricio is thinking about selling his 10 to get to the XS Max. Now, there is something I want to tell you about. If you do trade in your 10, I don't know what carrier you're on, but there actually is a pretty good deal from one of the wireless carriers. Let me just check that real quick.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions about these phones or questions for us, feel free to throw them in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them.
Yep.
I saw that Verizon and AT&T were offering $700 off.
Yeah, it's like a buy one, get one for $700 off. It's a really good deal if you're two people. If you're a couple, you're a family. Sprint has a trade-in deal right now where if you trade in your iPhone 10, 8, or 8 Plus, you can actually get an iPhone XS for $0 a month or a XS Max for less than $5 a month. So all these links, by the way, are in the description of this video. So if you want to check out what deals are going on in your carrier right now, links in the description, check them out.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to, if you're looking for an excuse to get a new phone,
right.
When I worked at the Apple store, that's what people were looking for. Right. It could be just a button, it could be anything. Sometimes you want the new phone and you just are looking for the reason why. Maybe the button isn't as connective, it's not as springy as it used to be. There's always a good reason to get a new phone.
Yeah, and the deals are pretty good. People were kind of concerned about the price, like four-figure phone price for a phone is kind of scary. But then you actually go to the carrier's websites and you see, oh, I can get a big discount here, I can get a big discount there. Maybe I want to switch to a new carrier, get a discount on my plan and my phone, and I have a better...
Yeah, you can save money overall. My buddy Dave did. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, they all got new stuff. And my buddy Dave, his wife...
Hi.
Just saying hello to some people in the chat.
Hello.
Denise Sexton says she is the iPhone 7.
Yeah.
iPhone 7's a solid phone.
Yeah.
I had the iPhone 7 for a while.
The iPhone 7 is a great phone, but the iPhone 10 is, a lot. It's great. Yeah, it's a lot better.
It took some time to get used to like the no home button, but after a while you get used to it, and I do like it more than the iPhone 7.
I've never heard anybody say, I went to the iPhone 10 and I was like, bleh.
I upgraded to the latest iPhone and I hated it. I'm going to go back to my really old phone.
Well, I actually sort of did that with the iPhone 7 and I got the iPhone 8 last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we did an unboxing video?
Yeah, the iPhone 7 and the iPhone are basically the same. You're like, all right, forget the iPhone 8. I'm going to get the iPhone 10.
Yeah, I reboxed it. Right. And then I sent it back to Apple.
A reboxing video?
Yep. That wouldn't have been as fun.
Let's see what we got in the chat. Denise Sexton, I have an iPad, so yeah, maybe the iPhone XS Max. If you already have an iPad, I mean.
Yep.
Don't forget the new IP68. Yeah, Tech Wizard. The iPhone XS and XS Max are IP68 water resistant.
No, Jesus.
for the first time, an iPhone
has
an IP rating of IP68. That's the most waterproof a phone can be. It's up to 2 meters in water for 30 minutes if you go to the beach a lot with your phone.
Very carefully.
If you go to the beach or you have by the pool, or if your kid runs around and you got a pool in your backyard, or you're in the bathtub.
Yep.
iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max are.
Well, really, what's the difference here between the IP67 and IP68?
It's an extra meter. You can be submerged an extra meter.
Yep. So you can go in the deep end of the pool.
Yeah, perfect.
There you go. No more kiddie pool for you.
Exactly.
Don't dive if it's less than, just pay attention. Yep.
Tunica Bob says the point of those freemium apps is to satisfy your addiction. Well,
indeed.
The thing is, they get you addicted, and then it's like...
It's psychological. Yeah. Really, they do. The first one's free, and they let you get a little ways, and then they wean you off. And it really is.
My Apple Watch is a Series 3 42 millimeter watch. It's the black one, because black matches everything.
Black does match everything. People were asking me why I didn't get the different color one, and I just wasn't. I wasn't sold on the silver one. I didn't think it looked that cool in the gold. I wasn't really sure.
Well, if you want a cool colored phone, the iPhone XR is the way to go. There's a ton of colors for the XR, which isn't doing pre-orders yet. That's coming out kind of soon. If you they have a red one, a gold one, I think a pink one, and then the more basic colors. The red one looks pretty cool.
It does. It's nice that they're coming out with the color phones again. People like that. But it's like the old 5Cs.
If you have a case on your phone, you probably won't see the color anyway, unless it's a transparent case. So.
That is true. My buddy Dave got a transparent case at the Apple Store. Yep, $40. I'm not going to tell him he could have done better if he went on Amazon and got the same case that we have. But hey.
There is a link to Amazon in the description of this video if you want to check out
everything in the
some
Apple
cases.
Store. Accessories in the Apple Store are so expensive. It's ridiculous.
You can go on Amazon and get a really solid case for like $10.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't break. When you drop it. I mean, it's the whole point of the case. Yeah. He got the screen protector.
Oh, boy.
He got the case, and he didn't get Apple Care. He got everything.
He got all the stuff except for Apple Care.
I didn't have the heart to tell him. He could have gone on Amazon and gotten all this other stuff. But
Ken Close is asking, is there an improvement from the 6S to the XS? I think you would definitely see an improvement there.
Yeah, there's a giant improvement.
I mean, it's the processor especially is significantly stronger on the XS than it was on the 6S. The screen is bigger. It's a nicer screen. I think the camera's probably sharper too.
Every new phone has the nicest camera.
I know, but seriously, the iPhone XS and XS Max, they have the portrait mode now. When I take pictures, people always ask to use my phone because it has portrait mode in the iPhone X. Or we love the way these pictures come out when you're taking family photos or pictures with your friends. They're like, we want to use your phone. And then I say, okay, well, I'll just text it to you after. And they love the photos. So.
Of course they do.
It also has optical and digital zoom, which older iPhones don't have. So if you're looking to upgrade from the 6S, the XS is a solid phone to upgrade to.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely. Oh, this is my mom in a cage. So the reason that so why is my mom in a cage? Who knows? We were in Ireland. We were fooling around. Anyway, this is why you should upgrade. I mean, a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? You get the whole screen to work with.
Sure.
That's the whole thing with the iPhone. It's a whole other experience with the screen and swiping up is awesome. No more home button.
Yeah.
It's faster to
unlock.
unlock.
You'll get over the home button very quickly. It's kind of like the headphone jack. People were kind of concerned about that. And they got rid of it and now nobody cares.
Yeah, I sort of do though. The headphone jack is still kind of a pain in the butt. But you can charge your iPhone wirelessly. So. You can. Yeah. You could listen to music wirelessly, too.
Do you listen to or do you listen? Do you charge your iPhone wirelessly?
Yes, I do.
And that's gone well so far?
Yeah, it's perfect.
No issues with that?
Yeah, I got a Qi charger next to my bed.
Perfect.
Last time I was doing this, I told people Google or Amazon, QI.
Amazon, charger. Yeah. Amazon link in the description. Just search for Qi charger.
Qi. Yep.
And
QI.
pick one with 4 or more stars. And
Yep. Chinese life force, also a Scrabble word, worth 11 points. QI.
QI?
Yep. Chi.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. The what was I gonna say?
I don't know. So tuna kebab is from Ireland, which is awesome.
Really?
Where did you go, David number 1? See, this tuna kebab knows.
That's pretty cool.
David number 1 is.
Okay. David number 1.
Number 1. We're not number 1, you know. No. So I flew into Shannon. And then where I took this picture was at the Ballymaloe Cooking School in near, where was that near? Where was it? Where was I at the end? Was it Shanagary? It was near Shanagary.
I was in California.
Yep.
We took our trips at like the same time in the summer. I was in Palm
Mm-hmm.
Springs. He was in Ireland. So
Yep.
I had the better time.
No, you didn't. I had a great time.
Tuna Kebab said his dad sold his iPhone 10 because of there being no home button. He switched back to his iPhone 7 Plus. Some people are more comfortable with the older phones, you know?
You know what? My dad,
Yeah, some people.
Dads.
Just.
All you can say is dads.
Yep.
Yeah.
My mother?
Not your mother.
My mother?
Let's see. Tech Key asks, why is Apple still not providing a fast charger in the box? Do they want people to buy...
Daddy, and what does he do?
He gets rid of the iPhone.
Do they want people to buy fast chargers and make more money? Hope they provide a fast charger within the next few years of iPhones. Yeah, so they're developing AirPower right now, which is kind of like going to be Apple's wireless charger, fast charger, which can, you know...
It's the same technology though, right?
Yeah, it'll do your Apple Watch, it'll do your AirPods, which are going to get a new wireless charging case, and your iPhone. So the 8 Plus, 10, 10S, 10S Max, 10R, all are wireless charge. Anything before that doesn't charge wirelessly. And I don't have a wireless charger yet, but I'm running out of lightning cables very fast, so I'm probably going to buy one relatively soon.
Yeah, I've got about 1,000 more. You can have one of mine. Did you know that this phone did not come with the lightning to headphone adapter?
The little dongle thing?
Yep.
They're killing it.
Yeah, they're just like, nope,
those 3.5 millimeter old school lightning or headphones are done.
Yep. So
buy
AirPods. Buy AirPods.
Yeah, we also
like AirPods.
I love my AirPods. I wear them in the gym. They connect seamlessly pretty much every single time. Mauricio says, my wife was a little hesitant to leave the home button,
Excuse
but now
me, I have a few more questions if you don't mind.
Mauricio says, my wife was a little hesitant to leave the home button on her 6S, but now she's loving Face ID. Yeah, another great reason to upgrade to an iPhone XS or XS Max is Face ID.
Oh, that's awesome.
iPhone 8 and earlier don't have Face ID.
Doesn't have it. No, Face ID is awesome. It's faster to log in. It really
it's
is
also
faster.
20 times more secure.
Yep.
Than
So one in a million, you know, people will be able to unlock your phone.
Yeah. If you have a twin, Face ID, you're out of luck.
Yep. I guess the twins have different fingerprints.
Yeah,
right?
they should. If you find your doppelganger at a bus stop in an episode of The Twilight Zone, you're out of luck.
Out of luck.
But
it's 1 in a million security. So theoretically, there are 300 people in the U.S. that will be able to unlock your phone if they happen to run off with it. So hopefully that.
Thomas Keat says, I'm still enjoying my iPhone 8. Gets the job done. Yeah, it's a great phone. It's a solid phone. I think Apple's probably going to start transitioning away from that iPhone 8 model with the home button and the screen. It's going to be more full screen stuff. The screen's probably going to get larger and sharper, fewer buttons. Maybe one day there'll be a phone with no buttons. You think that's their end game?
A phone with no buttons, a phone with no notch.
Yeah. It's just like a brick that's also a phone, you know?
Yeah, just sort of a slab, a piece of slate.
Yeah. Just imagine no side button, no volume buttons.
You already can. I thought you could just like shake to wake.
You can.
There it is. There it
you
goes.
can raise to wake.
Right, raise to wake. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Shake to wake. Shake to bake. I wonder how they're going to get rid of the notch. That's my thing. How are they going to get rid of it?
It's going to be very... There's so much going on in that notch. People say they kind of don't like it, but without the notch, you don't have Face ID.
Yep.
The FaceTime camera doesn't work.
The earpiece speaker can't listen to phone calls.
Yeah, you'd be in trouble without that notch.
How are you gonna? I don't know how they're gonna.
There is an app you can download that gets rid of the notch, but what it does is it adds like a black bar to the left and the right of the notch. Most people they want the notch gone, so they have the full screen.
Yeah.
And this app is saying, well, we're just going to cut your screen off even more, so it's really not.
And it only works on the home screen.
Yeah.
Right. It just makes a custom image.
Yeah. It's not great.
Not very cool. You're getting a lot of echoing when you talk. Visual timer is giving us a bit of feedback.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if it's because we're both using different mics and they're feeding back at each other.
Probably.
That would be the thing. So, the only way that we're going to be able to figure this out is if one of us listens to it. Or I can turn off my mic. What I'll do is I will back off. David, why don't you
speak?
Hold it down by yourself for a
Okay,
second.
well, I'm going to respond to some questions in chat then. Where did it go? Should one upgrade from the iPhone 10 to the iPhone XS Max? I mean, if you want a larger, sharper display with a faster processor. If you're not really into, if you're just using your phone to send text and browse the web and take photos, I mean, it won't be it'll be an upgrade, but not a super significant upgrade. But again, if you're on Sprint, you can trade in your iPhone 10 and get an iPhone XS Max for $5 a month. I don't see why you wouldn't do that.
Me neither.
Okay. How is the echo doing now? Let us know in the chat.
Like, better when you're apart. So
maybe we're just both talking loud into each other's mind. I don't know.
That's probably what it is. Maybe our mic levels are up too high. That's probably what it is. Let me back that off a little bit.
Okay.
Turn myself.
He's going to back the mic levels off a little bit.
Just
Thank you guys for the feedback. Yeah, if you have any video feedback for us,
hey,
we do appreciate feedback. We're still kind of YouTube beginners and live stream noobs for sure.
Yeah, live streaming is one of these new areas where it hasn't really been tested yet.
Yeah. But especially, I mean, it's good for gaming. You can just screen share a game.
Yep.
But this kind of show on YouTube.
This whole thing, yep, live. Yep, overhead cams.
Let's see.
2 people. Do you think anybody will take up small phones? I mean, manufacturing small phones by Samsung. Denise says it sounds better. It's fine at the start of the video. Yeah, we might have just been up too high with our mic levels.
We're getting really excited over here talking about iPhone 10s.
Freak it out.
No
echo. Great. Thanks, guys.
Small phone?
Small phone?
So there was a rumor going around before September that Apple was going to do an iPhone S.
Cutie pie.
It's a small phone.
Small phone. There was a rumor going around before the big Apple event that there was going to be an iPhone SE2. I wouldn't be surprised if Apple keeps that idea and then moves forward with an iPhone SE2 with Face ID. It's pretty much be like an iPhone 10, 10s, but smaller. And so those SE people who really love their SEs for whatever reason.
Eventually, they're just going to have to dump it.
Well, what's happened was there used to be the average size phones, and they got larger, and they got really small, and they started getting really big again. That's where we are now with really just massive phones. I think there's going to be a nice transition away because they have to change things up every year to keep people interested. So they're either going to make the phones bigger, and they can't really do that because they're tablets. So I think we're going to start seeing smaller phones come out for people who haven't upgraded to the big phones yet because they're afraid of big phones, and now they have a small phone to upgrade to, and maybe I should work for Apple marketing.
I think, yeah, definitely. I mean, at this point in our cell phone world, we're hitting it's the first time in history where you can have a screen that takes up the entire front of the phone. So it used to be that you had to build phones bigger because they couldn't squeeze all the technology into a smaller phone. So now they can.
Yep.
So now it becomes more about, okay, we can do anything we want with the size of this phone. We can make it super tiny, and they're going to make it thinner and thinner, and we can make the screen as big as we want it to be. Yep. So this is like a good size. I mean, this fits in my pocket. It works well for me.
Yeah.
I would like to see it get thinner. One of the things that always surprises me when I take it out of the case when we do these videos is how light and beautiful this phone actually is. Because normally I have it in this case, which doesn't really do that much, but it still adds like,
you say
50%.
You say it doesn't do much, but
oh no, it protects it for sure.
Oh yeah, because I drop my phone like 5 times a day.
Me too.
No issues yet.
Yeah, these cases are amazing. If you do get a case, definitely make sure you get a case with a raised bumper. So make sure that the bumper of the case goes above the screen so that if you dump it on the floor, it's protected from every angle.
Yeah.
The only way it should get damaged is if you drop it on some sort of a...
One time my phone fell out of my pocket in my car and it got stuck between the door and like where you close the door. So I slammed my door shut.
That's awful.
On my phone.
That's a terrible story.
And the case protected it. It was the most amazing thing.
Did it really?
Yeah, because of the bumper.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I was very fortunate there.
That is really cool. Yeah.
Vicky Gillen says, I have the blue tint. Is that like a screen issue? I know that sometimes the iPhones have like an issue where some ship with like a yellower screen, some with a bluer screen, and that's just how they're manufactured.
Yeah, do you have True Tone display turned on?
Yeah, check out True Tone display.
Yeah, iPhone settings.
Yep.
Display and brightness.
Yep.
True Tone?
Yep, I would check that.
Do you have that turned on?
Check that, and then... I mean, if I would maybe even Google the problem if a lot of people are getting the blue tint iPhones. I haven't really heard that yet.
Well, the other thing you could do is go to Settings, General Accessibility, and there are some color temperature settings in here, aren't there?
Yes.
So if you go to Settings, General Accessibility, and then display accommodations, and then there's color filters, for instance. And if you guys can see this, yeah, why not? Uh-oh.
That's not what we want.
You guys can try to email David at that address, but it is long gone. Long gone. So, all right, back in business. So, settings general, just to get you here. Settings general, accessibility, display accommodations, color filters, and watch what happens.
It's green.
See how crazy that just went? Green filters, and you can just do all sorts of stuff to tint the colors and make it super green or choose different colors. So different hues. This will make it, I mean, hey, you can go crazy with your phone here. Absolutely crazy. Or make it gray. Look at, I got a purple phone now.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right.
If you want to freak out your friends, look at, you know, this phone looks legitimately broken now. That is like my new phone.
I mean,
looks great. Wow. That is scary.
Whoa.
If you want to freak out your friends, this is what you should do.
Isaac Clark coming up here with some political chat.
Oh man.
Let's no comment.
No comments.
No comment
Wake
there.
up! Wake up! Come on! Wake up!
PSM H4.
Yeah.
A $2 super chat.
What?
That's our first super chat
Ever.
That's amazing. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Yeah. Dude.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think super chats allow you to type a message too, and we would, you know, they pop out, they stand out.
Yeah, they do. It stands out to us because you give us money.
Yeah.
Not for just that reason, because it actually stands out in the chat. It's bigger.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You know, when channels get bigger, usually there's like, you know, thousands of comments every minute, and people start sending super chats to get their questions prioritized.
Yeah.
We're still in a small
You guys are helping us grow. Yeah. Everybody starts.
You're at the ground level right now, so we obviously don't expect you to send us super chats, but we're super appreciative when you do.
Super grateful for your super chat.
If you don't want to give us a super chat, a great way to support this channel is to just share the channel with people you know. You know, an iPhone user, hey, check out Payette Ford. They got this great iPhone battery video. It'll help you out. Anyone who has an iPhone can benefit from that video.
So have you guys all gotten the new iPhone? Are you waiting for something?
Yeah, let us know in the chat which iPhone you have and why you haven't upgraded or why you did upgrade, and maybe we can talk through some of those reasons.
Right, and also, have you guys considered switching carriers?
Yeah.
I just want to know personally, because what would make you want to switch carriers? What keeps you loyal to your carrier?
Typically, it's cheaper plan, or you know, same stuff, cheaper plan, better coverage.
Better coverage. That's what we think. But also, people think it's going to be a real pain in the butt to switch. So it really isn't like it used to be, especially with the iPhone. I mean, I took the new one out of the box, and then it recognizes that the old phone is there, and it says, "Hey, do you want to transfer all your information?"
Oh boy, got to fix the camera.
Yep, David's on that.
Oh boy.
Yep. And so hey, DL is taking care of that camera.
While I'm doing that, why don't you answer the question, how do I set up a new iPhone from my old iPhone?
First off,
Hi, honey. How are you?
nice to see you. I've got Arnold here with us.
Howdy, stranger.
So it's super easy. It walks you through the process. As soon as you take it out of the box, your iPhone will walk you through the process of, you know, hey, hold your old phone. It basically tells you to hold them near each other. And then it walks you through the process of backing it up through, David's putting his mic back on. You're fine. Backing it up to iCloud, and then you can restore from your iCloud backup. And for me, actually the restore process took a while. So it happens overnight, because I have a lot of apps. I had a lot of stuff in iCloud that needed to re-download. But my buddy Dave is not tech savvy, not this Dave, my other friend Dave. And he went to the Apple store, picked up his new phone, and they sent him away because it was full of people. He didn't think he was going to be able to do it, but he got home, he said that the whole thing was super easy. This guy, if he can do it, trust me, anybody can do it.
Tuna Kebab asks, how do you clean the speaker and mic ports without pushing the dirt further in? Ta-da! Anti-static brush.
I was just going to get that. Yep.
Check these out on Amazon. There's a link in the description to Amazon. Just Google anti-static brush. You can get a 5-pack for like $10.
Or go to the grocery store and buy a toothbrush. Don't use the one that you've never used before.
Yeah. Do use one you never used before.
Yes, use the one that you've never used before.
Toothbrush is the same thing. You just kind of really just...
Yep. Like a pro right there.
You jam it in there, and then you kind of shake it out, and you'll be fine.
That's what it's all about. Yep. Just be careful not to use anything. Toothpicks. Metal.
A knife.
Yep.
Don't use that.
Don't use that.
Screwdriver.
Yeah, generally, you won't get stuff farther in because the grills are designed not to let dirt in. So you can be kind of aggressive
and,
like David.
If the dirt is kind of loose in the speakers, what you can actually do is you can play a really loud noise and the sound will push the dirt out.
Yeah, it's designed to do that.
That's how the Apple Watch works, where if you put on water lock and then you go for a swim, there's water that's been locked out, and then to turn a water lock off, it plays a high-pitched noise and expels the water out. It's really cool. Fun fact, I bet you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I'm back.
All right, let's see where we are at in the chat. What's your opinion about front-facing speakers?
No
strong. I mean, stereo, as long as they're stereo speakers.
Yeah. The problem with these phones is that there's only so many places they can put speakers, so there kind of has to be a front-facing speaker. And then this down. I mean,
I don't really have a strong opinion on
I don't
that.
either.
I don't really listen to stuff without headphones on my phone.
Yeah.
Do you think Apple will integrate a fingerprint scanner to their iPhones in the future?
No.
No, probably not. It's probably going to be Face ID.
Yeah, people think that fingerprint scanning is real secure, but it's actually not, because one of the things that makes security really secure is that your key has to be able to be changed. So like with your house, like you want to be able to change the locks. But imagine if the only lock ever was your fingerprint. That wouldn't be good, because you only have one fingerprint, so it can't be changed. And somebody could, lop off your finger with an axe.
Yep.
Which wouldn't be good. So yeah, as cool as the Face ID stuff is, it still hasn't replaced the passcode, as you've noticed, and it probably never will. That may not be true, but the Face ID is like a consumer thing. You're not going to see the government go into optical recognition.
Another fun fact about Face ID and Touch ID is that if you get pulled over and your phone gets confiscated, a police officer can't ask for your passcode and they can't force you to give it to them, but I think they do require you to give them your Touch ID or your Face ID biometric. I think you are required to do that. So
I had no idea.
So if you get pulled over, you can really quickly turn off Touch ID and Face ID before the police officer gets to your car. Yeah,
I had no idea.
I'm almost positive that's true.
Okay, well, almost positive is close enough.
Denise Saxon says, be sure to like the video to help promote the channel, of course.
Yeah.
Like the channel, subscribe, share it with your friends.
Really appreciate it.
Leave a comment.
We're here to help.
Yep.
The best we can. PSMH4 says, I have a 5S. Is this outdated?
A 5S?
Yeah.
Is 5S even supported by iOS 12? I think
it's the last one.
I think you're going to be in trouble next year, especially with iOS 13.
I think it's outdated. Yeah. I mean, if you can swing the new phone, I would totally go for it.
Yeah.
Now's the time, especially when it's the last version of the phone that the operating system is built for. Like the 5S is the oldest phone that iOS 12 supports.
Yep.
It's always slow. iOS 12, they sort of have a way of pushing you into the new phones by making the operating system super slow in the oldest phone.
Yeah. I mean, they've supported it for 5 years now, though. So it's not like they planned for we're going to, release new iOS and kill this old phone. They've supported that phone for half a decade, which is a very long time for...
Yeah, cut them some slack.
Yeah. But I mean, if you are looking to upgrade, we do have some links in the description to Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile, Straight Talk Wireless, and Boost Mobile. If you're looking to upgrade to a 10S or 10S Max, they're all running great promotions right now.
Yep, now's the time. And no closed captions, PSMH4 says, because it's live. I don't know if they can do closed captions. Is there live closed captions? Maybe we're not speaking clearly enough, David.
I don't know.
We'll have to look into that too.
We're going to look at that after the video.
I mean, hey, we're figuring this thing out.
On all of our videos that we record and then upload after the fact, we do our own custom captions. Not many people do that. Most people just rely on YouTube's default caption maker, which is very unreliable. A lot of the time our videos say that we're speaking in Korean.
Really?
And then we go to Google Translate and see some of the funny stuff. Yeah. But
I have no idea.
We're going to look at it. We'll definitely look into that because we do care about having captions on our videos.
We sure do. Yeah. All right. Sarah Fenn.
All right. So we actually got some responses to our why people haven't upgraded. So
great.
Mauricio Lago World says, I have a 5S. I haven't upgraded because of the funds. Fair enough. I mean, the new phones are getting pretty expensive. As we said, there are some great deals in the description section of this video.
Yeah.
But even with the promo, it's not affordable for everyone.
Yeah, of course not. And I mean, you're going to pay $50 a month for your phone. For me, that's how I do it. I pay the monthly fee for the phone. It seems less less money up front out of my pocket. Yeah. But there was a time when that would not have been an option for me. $50 a month is a lot of money, for sure.
Totally.
So, yeah.
I totally understand that.
Totally get it.
Denise Sexton, I have a 7, and I'm just waiting until this one is not working well anymore. I'm currently on Verizon, though. Most of my cellular life was on AT&T. Good switch to Verizon. Good choice. Using it till it dies.
See, what you got to do is put it in some very precarious situations.
Yeah. Oops, I dropped it in the sink.
Let me just put it on the edge.
I got to get a new phone now.
Whoops. Well, yeah, let me just put this on the edge of a cliff here.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of like that, too, though, where I try to get the most out of my products when I buy them until they're early. Like all my kitchen stuff, like I'm just going to use those pots and pans until they're
forever. You're gonna have to use them forever because you never cook. I'm just kidding. He cooks like a boss.
Chid Anand. Sorry, I fumbled your name there. I have an iPhone SE. I'm waiting for the next SE phone. Well,
I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, I mean, there could be an iPhone SE2 next year. That was a big rumor this year, and it didn't happen. So
I think they're just going to make it smaller, and then they'll have it the full screen with the notches and everything else. Yeah.
Maybe just waiting for a smaller version of these phones. These phones are pretty big, especially compared to the SE. They're almost 33% as big screen size.
Yeah, 33%.
I got an arrow when trying to connect to an LTE network. You are not subscribed to a cellular data network.
So you got to be careful. Make sure you go into settings, general, and then profiles. Because, for instance, when I came back from Ireland, I ran into that problem because I still had this cellular profile installed on my phone from Ireland because I had set up a different carrier. So that was interfering with the connection to Verizon. Another thing could be is a problem with your actual, like your bill, if you didn't pay your bill, or you have an angry spouse that called Verizon and shut off your phone, or, anything could happen with these things. Also, settings, general, reset network settings is a good way to go.
All those steps.
Yep, clears out your Wi-Fi password, so make sure you know what it is. But otherwise, if you can do a reset network settings, and you can check to see if a different profile is installed, and if that doesn't fix it, it's time to call your carrier.
The Cringe Boys, Vid Crew. What would be a laptop equivalent to the iPhone 10 in terms of specs?
That is a really good question. A laptop equivalent to the iPhone 10 in terms of specs.
I don't know, MacBook Pro? I have no idea.
Well, I mean, we're not talking like it's not like a full processor, right?
Right.
So probably like the MacBook Air, or the MacBook, the straight up MacBook.
Okay. Right?
The base model with like the Intel M processor. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, obviously this phone is not going to do Final Cut Pro. It's not going to run Photoshop. The full version of Photoshop anyway. We're just not quite there yet.
Mitt's got an interesting question here. What features would you hope for in the next iPhone launch?
Oh, man.
Dark mode.
Dark mode, yep. Software feature, definitely.
Trying to think of...
If I could have it my way, I'd like it to be thinner, a little bit thinner. I would like to see no more notch. I'm really just curious to see what they're going to do to get rid of the notch. I have no idea what they're going to do. That'd be interesting, yeah. I wonder what the next move is, though. Okay, so the screen now is the entire front of the phone, pretty much. I guess you could start to wrap it a little bit. They say it's the whole front of the phone. There is a little bit of a black, outline, of course. But are they going to push it out farther? Are they going to make it go in the back, too? Is there going to be a back screen? Whole thing's a screen.
For me, I'd like to see a better screenshot editor because I take screenshots all day and I use a third-party app to edit them. The one in iOS, it's not as good as a Notable.
A Notable? Yeah. Even for the arrows and stuff?
Yeah, not as good.
No? You know how to use it?
I do know. I've tried it. It's not as good.
Sure.
But I don't know. I kind of want them to say, here's something really cool.
Surprise us.
Yeah. Because I'm not on Apple's market. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I complained about iOS 12 that it didn't introduce anything new, and then I get asked the question, what would you like to see? And I just have no idea.
That's a good point. Yeah, we have no idea what we want to see. We just want to see something that we're not seeing.
Something cool and different.
Yeah, we want to see something cool, Apple. Come on.
That's a great question, though. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Wake up, you drunk fuck.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, we have to vet these soundboards.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
My mother.
Yeah.
I have the iPhone 8 Plus. I don't want to upgrade to any iPhone 10 because I don't want to pay $1,000. The main issue I have with the iPhone 8 Plus is that it gets really hot, no problems with the phone. So the iPhone XS, XS Max have better processors than the 8s. Maybe that'll help with your hotness issue. We have a great video. My iPhone is hot
Yep.
Here's the real fix. Check that out.
Typically, it's a software problem, though.
But if you have an iPhone 8, I'm sure your carrier has some sort of trade-in program where you can probably trade it in and get a pretty decent deal on a new phone.
If you need it. So what's the issue? Hot iPhone 8?
iPhone 8 doesn't want to upgrade because it's too expensive, but their phone is hot.
Okay, yeah, you probably have a software problem and you don't need to upgrade.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing a 3D game all the time and the phone is hot. But if the phone is hot, it means the processor's revved up.
Yeah, if you're playing Fortnite.
If you're playing Fortnite, if you're reading your email, if you're checking the internet and your phone is hot, you have a software problem. A new phone, you don't need it.
Mauricio, it's sad that the 5S doesn't have a measure app even after upgrading to iOS 12. Really? Oh, it probably uses AR.
Yep.
The measure, you're not really missing much with the measure app. It kind of sucks. Andre says, doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much, Andre. So if you got a question for us, feel free to ask.
Yeah, the measure app is kind of fun, though, because we measured this. We found out how long it was. And the measure app always gives you sort of a different measurement.
Well, I will say I had one practical use of the measure app. I went to one of the museums in New York City, Museum of Fine Art, maybe, I don't know. And there were all these like old tombs where like pharaohs had been buried and stuff like that. And I'm like, I wonder if I could fit in that. So I took out the measure app in front of everyone and started measuring it, and it was like 5'8", so I wouldn't have fit. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Darn.
Yeah.
Yep. That's something.
That's the most I've gotten out of the measure app so far.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Egypt. Yeah. Ancient Egyptian culture. There you go.
Farzad says, I read the Intel antenna speeds in the XS Max is a lot slower than Qualcomm's in the Note 8. Can this be solved with a firmware update? That's a great question.
The Intel antenna speeds in the XS Max are a lot slower than the Qualcomm's. Okay. I think that this is probably one of those things where we have to look for, like, where is the real bottleneck here? Is it the antenna speed inside the phone, or is it your network? And they're coming out and they're saying, okay, we support gigabit LTE now, or close to it, but none of the carriers are there yet at all.
Okay.
Like Verizon, what are you going to get? 16 megabits per second with a speed test, something like that.
I have no idea.
So you're not going to get that fast anyway. So it's one of those things. Let's call it a vanity metric. It's a vanity spec. Just like CPU for most people. They keep saying, like, one of the things with phones and stuff, they come out and they say, these are all these great new specs, and you need it because this is like 3.4 gigahertz processor, and this is a 3.5, like with computers. But Safari is only using 10% of your processor anyway. So it's just a way for them to market new stuff a lot of the time. So be careful of these sort of obscure things and thinking that it makes a better phone.
The last time we dove into the iPhone versus Android debate, a bunch of Android users told us how stupid we were. So
that's why we're going to do it again.
Yeah, we're going to do it again.
But we're going to bring in an Android guy that knows what he's talking about.
We're going to do a better job. Jeremy Noel says, I have an iPhone 5S2. It's still a pretty decent phone, especially on iOS 12, but I still can't wait to get rid of it. If you want to get rid of it, check the links in the description. Verizon has a good deal where you can buy one iPhone 10 or 10s and get a second one for $700
off.
Yeah, Sprint, you can trade in an old phone and get an iPhone 10s for $0 a month. T-Mobile, AT&T also have pretty good deals. Boost Mobile has a pretty good, I think they have $100 off an iPhone 10s right now.
And with the amount of money that you can save just by switching plans, a lot of the time, it pays for itself.
Yeah.
Because cell phone plans are getting cheaper.
Yeah.
And where companies are trying to make money right now is on the actual phone sales. I guess they were always trying to do that, but they want to get you on a monthly fee for the phones. But the truth is that it works out in your favor a lot of the time. If you can pay $30 a month for Verizon, which is a great network, $40 a month or whatever it is for those plans, why not?
If you're thinking about switching, I would strongly recommend Verizon's prepaid plans because you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gigabytes of data. And then when you use that high-speed data, you still get throttled data at 3G or 2G speed, so it's not super fast.
You never get overcharges.
You have a reliable network in a worst-case scenario. Can we expect an iOS redesign with iOS 13? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, they're always changing little things. I don't think we'll see anything major.
They kind of did do a little redesign with the, not accessibility, the restrictions in iOS 12, where they moved restrictions and they set up the screen time thing, and that has like content and privacy restrictions.
But that's more of a functionality thing.
Yeah, that's a redesign. The redesign the settings app.
I think he's talking about the actual UI.
Okay, well.
Not the, right?
Probably.
Feel free to weigh in on that one. Taking a stretch. No, this is like, remember iOS 6 when they went from the skeuomorphic thing to the non-skeuomorphic
I don't remember that.
So when the Notes app used to look like a piece of paper. And
did it?
Yeah, back in the day. And the calendar app used to have like little folded paper edges and like this thing. It was supposed to look like the real physical thing, and then they got rid of that stuff. So will there be a redesign? I don't think so. I think they're pretty set right now. And
Apple just they're a $1 trillion company now. They're the first to do that. I think they're pretty set in their ways.
Yeah,
and they're pretty happy with how things are going.
They're going to need a reason to do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, any other questions? Marcio Lago World says the Measure app is something new and really cool and pretty accurate. Yeah, it's all of those things. It's new. It's cool.
It's pretty accurate.
Fairly accurate. Yep. Sometimes it's usually off by a few inches, and then
or even if it's a half an inch. What are you measuring? Does it have to be that exact? Are you okay with it being a little bit off? I wouldn't measure, my house with the thing.
Yeah,
if I was supposed to.
If you're like an engineer, or
engineers are not going to use it. Yeah, but if I'm, wondering how far is this putt in the putting green. I did that the other day in the golf course.
Did it work?
It did indeed.
Did you make the putt?
No.
Andre says, why is Apple so greedy? I wouldn't even say they're greedy. I would just say they're really good at making money, and they have a brand that people are going to buy no matter what the price is.
Yeah.
So they're saying, we can charge $1,200 for this phone because we know millions of people will pay $1,200 for this phone.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. It's their job to make money. Right. And they have a board of directors. There's a public company. Their job is to make as much money as possible. And they're very good at it.
One of the reasons why people keep buying iPhones at that price is that it's a status symbol, and you get a lot of cultural capital when you have that iPhone in your pocket as opposed to some old flip phone.
Also, it's awesome.
It's
you can't fake your way into a $1 trillion company.
Right.
Like you could be good at marketing, but you have to have a good product to back it up. And they do.
And you think about all the phone companies that have kind of died off recently, like Nokia and BlackBerry. They've just gone by the wayside. Now you kind of see Apple and Samsung really just
It's amazing how bad BlackBerry screwed up. They had the entire smartphone market.
I remember my uncle had a BlackBerry, and I saw it for the first time. I thought that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
It was amazing. It had the little ball thing, and I never had one. I was on the dumb phones for the longest time. My first iPhone was the iPhone 4. I bought it. I saved up. I bought it used. I was working at the Apple store. I didn't even have an iPhone, selling them.
Mine was the iPhone 4 as well.
Yeah.
I think BlackBerry does like car security now. They do some stuff.
Yeah.
Serafin Portillo, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Will you guys review non-Apple products? If we had non-Apple products to review.
Mm-hmm.
We've done some headphone reviews in the past. We've done some software reviews on payetteforward.com. You can check those out.
Yeah, we're trying to just review what we know, but we're also going to move into some more exciting stuff.
Right, we're going to start reviewing really cell phone plans.
Yep.
Cell phones, and that's
different phones.
Different phones for sure. Like the major Samsung phones. It's hard for us to review all these phones because they're all so expensive, and we're not at a point yet where people will just
people aren't sending us phones.
Because there are some larger YouTube channels where they can get Samsung to literally send them 50 Samsung S9s to do 1,000 waterproof tests. So we just don't have those resources right now. But we are moving in that direction in the
we'd love to be able to do that.
Very immediate future.
Yeah, so and that's why we are doing this.
Yeah,
we're getting ourselves ready for that.
Stepping stone.
You guys are helping us get there, so we appreciate that. We want to do more, totally.
Hi guys, I just got my 10S in the mail. I'm trying to call people, but it goes straight to some T-Mobile hotline. I don't know if I need to activate my SIM card or not. Any solution?
That is a really good question. So let's just make sure you have T-Mobile, right? Yes.
Probably.
If you don't have T-Mobile, then that's a red flag right there.
I remember one time I got a Virgin Mobile phone, and they sent it to me with the wrong type of SIM card, so I couldn't unlock it. I don't know if T-Mobile would make that mistake. They're a bit larger than Virgin Mobile.
Yeah, did you take a SIM card out of an old phone and put it in the 10, or did it come with a SIM card? These are all questions.
Because especially if you switch and T-Mobile's GSM and Verizon and Sprint or CDMA, that could be an issue.
Yep.
So contact T-Mobile customer support or leave us more information about that issue in the chat. Maybe we can help you out more there.
Yeah, and try popping your SIM card out and pop it back in. Sometimes reset network settings, but I think that this is something where it's an activation issue. And what does the hotline say? Is it like an activation hotline?
What do they say?
This isn't working. Yeah, maybe
let's see what we got here. Andre says, when is the newest iPad coming out? This month? I'm hoping they will have 1 terabyte of space.
What are you putting on your iPad? That's a lot of space.
Movies, right?
That's a lot of movies.
People are recording videos on their iPads.
That's a lot of videos. A terabyte is a lot of space. I'm just saying.
It's a mini computer, though. You got a lot of files in there.
It's not just a mini computer. It is a computer, according to Apple.
Well, no, their ad is like, "What's a computer?" Is that girl in the field?
Yeah. And then their little slogan was supercomputer, and there was a super period, computer period. So, yeah.
Let's see.
What are you doing with your iPad?
Crazy. That's 1 terabyte of space.
It's a ton of space.
I mean, I thought, 512 gigabytes for an iPhone was a lot, so I'm curious to know what you do with a terabyte of space on an iPad. Maybe they're doing some graphic design stuff? Do iPad?
Well, I mean, graphics, it's got to be like video editing.
Video editing?
Videos?
That'd be
Tons
cool.
of video. What else could it possibly be? I have no idea.
Let's see. Live in Canada. So the prices are a little bit higher for the 10s and even the 10. I didn't know the Canadian prices were higher for.
Yeah, we tend to get the best deal here in the U.S. Sometimes people overseas are paying like way more. Actually, people in Crossgates, where I used to work in the Apple store, used to line up outside our store, and they'd get there before the mall security got there, and then mall security would come and try to get them to leave, but they wouldn't, because they knew that if they could buy the phones at retail price, these people would have tons of cash, and we would sell them a maximum of two phones per person, and then they would sell them on eBay to people in other countries. And
smart move.
Yeah. David One echoes, I'm the echoer. Interesting. We're going to have to give this a listen after the fact.
Yeah.
Just to figure out exactly where the source of the echo is. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I appreciate it.
You keep leaning over right at.
Yep.
Let's see. T4B4N4 says, any blue screen issues with these screens? Yeah, someone in the chat earlier was mentioning a blue screen issue. So maybe I'm going to take a look at that after this stream is over, and we're going to see if that's a major issue or not.
Yeah, True Tone thing.
It could be a True Tone thing, but I mean, it might just be that the manufacturing was a little bit different for some phones, and they got a little
It was the worst with the 4S. So there was a 4S. When the 4Ss came out, they had a really nice bright screen. And then we got our replacement phones at the Genius Bar, which were, of course, like refurbished, but, you know, supposedly not. But then, so our replacement phones, yeah, just to be clear, Apple does say that they are refurbished phones. I'm not saying that it's not refurbished. So anyway, our refurbished phones had warmer displays on them. So we would take this phone into the box, and it's supposed to be a new phone, would be exactly the same as the old one. And it would have like a yellow screen, and customers would be so mad, and I felt bad for them. But then we would say, okay, you know, we're going to make this right. We'll swap it out again. The next one would come out and have a yellow screen. Eventually, there were times when I had to pull in managers. The managers had to be like, listen, we're sorry, but you got to live with it. Which was, you know, great customer service all the way.
Andre says he's at 128 gig iPad Pro now, 2 years old, will love a newer screen design as well as a 512 or higher space. What are you putting on your iPads that are so... I'm really curious to know, because I have an iPad too, and I've never had a storage space issue. I don't really use it all that much, but...
Here's the iPad Air.
Let's see. Denise Sexton says, cell phone planes review would be a great idea, great review. Yeah, we're going to definitely do some more of that.
Yeah, there's so many different plans right now.
Probably as soon as next month, I would guess.
Yeah,
for cell phone plans.
There are a bajillion plans. There's a bajillion carriers in the U.S. A lot of people don't know this, that there's only actually 4 networks that exist. So every carrier that you've ever heard of, like Boost or
Virgin or
Cricket Wireless,
Tello,
they all are subsidiaries of either AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, or Sprint, or some combination thereof. Sometimes they work with more than one. So. That's why, so Spectrum Mobile, for instance, just came out. Like, how did they build all those new towers to have Spectrum Mobile? They're on Verizon network. So that's why they're actually pretty good deals sometimes. But all of these carriers, it really boils down to 4 carriers, and if you can find out who has coverage in your area, you can really find out which one's the best carrier.
And Verizon is by far the best.
Well, I mean, it depends. Verizon is by far the best.
Depends on your area, but for most people, Verizon is going to be your best bet as a carrier. Let's see what we've got here. Treasure Dude, great name, just updated from a 6 Plus to the 10S. Love the Face ID and don't miss Fingerprint at all. Yeah, I didn't really miss Touch ID either.
No.
I mean, it was cool, but Face ID
ID is way better.
It's
you can unlock your phone in the wintertime.
It's as good.
The thing, you can't, with a glove,
if you're wearing
can't
gloves,
do it.
That's a good point. Yeah. But I wear hats a lot of the time, and that is some Face ID issues. If you wear a hat and sunglasses, it can't
my sunglasses work perfectly. I don't know about you, but my thing gets, I can have like my hoodie on, it'll work. You might have to reset up your thing.
Perhaps. Tech Key, Barking Spider. Maybe they're responding to someone else. Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Oh, Barking Spider. There's a comment right there. Had an iPhone 10 for a year and the battery is down to 98%. Should I replace the battery now?
Nope.
If you had it for a year, that's pretty good.
You should be able to get another 50 years out of it with that rate.
Yeah. No,
that's normal.
That's like the performance management thing. And if it dips below, I think it's 70 or 80%, you might be running into issues. But iPhone 10 at 98%, that's basically full capacity.
Yeah. Definitely keep it.
You're totally fine.
You were good.
I mean,
be grateful they have 98%.
unless you're looking for an excuse to upgrade, like, oh, my battery dropped by 2% capacity. Let me upgrade it right now.
Right. This is crap.
And to be fair, I mean, have you had better battery life with the 10S? It has a longer battery, but
no. But I mean, I never have a battery problem because I watch our video.
Watch our iPhone. You know how
I watch it every day.
Yeah.
But that's really, it's true. If you optimize your iPhone battery, you will never run out of battery life over the course of one day. And some people want to not have to charge their phone every day. It's just sort of a fact of life, in my opinion, these days.
Well, I have a charger in my car, and I go in my car, I plug it in, done. That's my charging for the day most days. Drive to the gym, charge phone, done.
Yep.
Easy.
I just charge it at night. I got my wireless charger next to my bed, plop it on there. Most of the time, I actually get it on the charger. Sometimes I wake up, I have like no battery because I knocked it off the wireless charger.
Here's a great question from Pinoy Boy. What's the difference between an unlocked and locked iPhone XS or XS Max?
So the unlocked version is unlocked. You can use it with any carrier.
You can take it to any carrier. You get your iPhone 10 unlocked, take it to Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, you'll have no problem. Or if it's locked, it's usually locked onto a network.
An AT&T, like an AT&T locked, like you can't just put it in Verizon or something. But every phone pretty much now is unlocked worldwide. So like if you go overseas, it'll work. Any phone, even if it's locked. But nowadays, I think phones in the U.S. for some carriers are still locked to a specific network. Verizon, for instance, is not. So if you buy an iPhone through Verizon, it's not going to be locked.
The issue people have is they get like a GSM locked phone, so that's for T-Mobile and AT&T.
Right.
And they say, I want to switch to Verizon and keep my phone, but it's GSM locked. Verizon and Sprint have different wireless technology. They use CDMA, so if your phone's locked on one or the other, you can't bring your phone over because it just won't work, which kind of sucks.
But a lot of the time, the technology is actually in the phone. So what you have to do is, they'll let you unlock it after a certain amount of time. Remember we had to do that with your phone? Was it the iPhone 7, T-Mobile? We tried to unlock it. Did you have T-Mobile?
No.
You had Virgin.
Virgin Mobile.
With Virgin. Remember it was locked?
Was it?
Yeah, it was locked. And we tried to do that unlock code thing, and it didn't work because I wanted to give it to my dad, and then we figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did you remember that?
I did. I sold it to my dad. Yep. Way to go, Dad. Dad loves the iPhone 7.
Steve Hickman, do you use Chrome or Safari? Mostly Safari.
I use both. Yeah.
We use Chrome for our video chats, but I use Safari. Chrome really kills my battery a lot faster.
Does it?
Safari does,
Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much leave my laptop plugged in.
Best email app for iOS?
Mail. Or, what do you use?
I don't email on my phone.
I
don't email. I don't send a lot of emails.
Ridiculous. So. This guy in native apps for email, doesn't use them. What? You don't use native apps for mail. Like you don't use the mail app on your computer. You use the Gmail in the browser.
Oh yeah, I go to Gmail in the browser. Yeah.
He doesn't use a native app. Won't use it.
I get a lot of spam. So.
Yeah. Native apps, nope, not for David.
Yeah.
I'll just go to the website.
Well, I'm like people who don't want to leave the home button. I don't want to leave my browser Gmail.
Yeah, it's so great. How could you leave the browser?
Yeah, so keep firing questions in the chat. We're here.
Yeah, there's a Inbox for Gmail is a different app.
Okay.
Inbox is a cool app. Then there's a Gmail app, which is all right. And then
I mean, your best bet is to still sync all your email accounts up to mail, right? And then
you could do that. Yeah, that's what I do.
Probably the way to go.
Yeah, I think the mail app is pretty good. It does what I need it to do. I like the integration. iPhones used to be pretty terrible integrating with Google accounts and other accounts, and now they're much better, especially Exchange accounts.
Yeah, so while you're firing up some questions in the chat, we just want to say that we lost our what?
We lost our video feed, the front one. Would you...
We lost it?
Yeah, it just turned black, bro.
Oh, shoot.
Bruh.
Sorry about that.
We'll be right there. So thanks Tech Key, guys. Do your wireless charge without the case? Heat issues. Never had a heat issue with wireless charging, and I do it with the case on. The wireless charging, I mean, you have to get a case that supports it. So this one I got on Amazon, it was like $10. This will support wireless charging right through the case. I've never had a problem. It's never heated up at all. It's always been pretty good with the wireless charging. The thing with the wireless charging is you have to make sure that you get it in the middle of the charger, and it does make a sound. But if you get it off, you've probably got about like an inch sweet spot going on there. If you get off too far, it's no good. No good. So,
if you want to get a wireless charger or a case, link to Amazon in the description. Check them out.
Yep. So should we wrap this up, David?
We've got a few more.
Yep.
iPhone 7 Plus started making a horrible noise when I got a notification. Then my camera just stopped working. Went blackout today out of nowhere. What do I do? B-Dub Yankees. Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
Hopefully you're a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. So it started making a horrible noise when I got a notification. Sounds like a speaker problem. Now the camera just stopped working and went black today out of nowhere. B-Dub Yankees, let's get honest with ourselves here. You know, they say honesty is the best policy. Now, I don't want to accuse you of anything, because as an Apple tech, what I would say is, oh, what's going on with your phone? Did you possibly maybe come into contact with any liquids of any kind? I mean, maybe accidentally, maybe you were walking outside in the rain and like a drop got on it. What phone do you have? Is it
iPhone 7 Plus.
iPhone 7 Plus?
I think that's IP67.
It is an IP67 phone. Did you maybe smash it?
The thing is with the IP67 phones is that they're not perfect, and over time that water resistance will kind of fade.
Yeah, I mean,
of course I'm a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
What's the score right now? Just kidding.
No, seriously, what's the score now? David is a hardcore Yankees fan. I guess I'm a Yankees fan too.
Yeah.
Yeah, David is a real Yankees fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Judge, I mean, if it was liquid damage, I mean, you're gonna need to get a new phone.
Yeah, speaker problem and the camera problem going black. Yeah, I can't imagine that it would be anything else. You said the noise was coming out of the speaker at the top, like the earpiece speaker. Will my battery degrade faster if I use a 12-volt brick on iPhone 10? So the iPhone has a power regulator built into it that's supposed to be able to condition that power. I've seen instances where it has broken, and there has been problems where too much juice will fry the phone. And then what happens is it won't charge in anything except a 500 milliamp charger, which is like a trickle charger. Because if it can't regulate, it's like I'll only take the lowest amount so I don't fry myself. So that has happened before. I would just say be very careful with using anything above 2.1 amps and 5 volts, which is the iPad charger. And that's what Apple says is okay to use with an iPhone. So if you go to Apple's website, they'll sell you a charger that is 2.1 amps and 5 volts for iPad, and they'll say that it's compatible with iPhone. So if they say it works, it's good with me. Anything aside from that, I'd be careful.
Is there any way around having the wireless charging still work if you use a magnet holder that you place on the back of your phone or case to use for your car vents? They make wireless chargers specifically designed for cars now. So I would just go to Amazon, link in the description, and Google, wireless car charger. I mean, is that?
I know, but this is not really what he's asking though. So it's like, he's got the magnet holder on the back of the phone here, which is where the phone needs to be in contact with the wireless charger to work. Is there a workaround for that?
I mean,
I do not know the answer to that. I bet that there's some sort of a compatible magnet holder that's compatible with wireless charging, but I think that you're going to have to buy it, whatever it is. I don't see another way to do it because it's got to be close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B-Dub Yankees says it was like a rattle when there was notification or when I used my home button.
A rattle in the speaker, like something distorted, like you blew the speaker out. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So I mean, if it wasn't water damage, there's some probably a hardware issue.
It sounds like a hardware problem to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So you can check out Pulse.
Yeah.
Great repair company. If you have Apple Care Plus.
Yep, they can come to you and fix your phone in the spot. It's a lot cheaper than Apple.
Yeah.
How to stop spam?
How to stop spam.
We have an article about that, don't we?
We have quite a few. So
yeah.
Payette4.com. Spam. It's called like
spam texts, spam calls, spam emails.
A lot of the time it's like spam websites that just kind of pop up out of nowhere. Like, congratulations, Amazon user.
Yeah.
And what you basically need to do is just close out of Safari, go to Settings, Safari, clear browser history.
Yep, erase the whole website.
Yeah, and then that'll fix the problem.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah, there's lots of different types of spam.
Yeah. For sure.
Spam is a delicacy in Hawaii. It is, in fact.
You
go to McDonald's, you get spam and eggs. That's great.
Gross. So we'll hang out for about 2 more minutes. Yep. Fire your last questions in here. If you haven't already, there are a ton of great deals from Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile on the iPhone XS and XS Max. Check those out. If you're looking for an excuse to upgrade, now you've got one. You can save hundreds of dollars and upgrade your phone. Boost Mobile and Straight Talk also have good deals.
Yeah, we just want to give you guys the best options.
Yep.
You can make the decision for yourself.
Yep.
My friend Dave told the story in the beginning.
Yeah.
Just saved $150 a month on 2 phones by switching from AT&T to Verizon, and he got the new phones with the savings. So he's actually in the black, got new phones. He's happier than a pig in
Something.
Shit. As my grandmother would say.
B-Dubs says he's going to get the 10S Max anyway, so I just wanted to see if I would get full price for my trade-in. I mean, if it's damaged, I doubt it.
Yeah,
But you'll probably get something for it. I mean, especially if it can be repaired, someone will pay for it.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes, it's, like David just said, it's better to get it repaired.
Yeah, you might want to actually get it repaired before you trade it in, because then maybe the difference between the value of the cost of the repair will actually increase your value of your trade-in by more.
Yeah, so my buddy Kyle actually he wanted a phone, and some guy at the Verizon store that actually worked there he had an extra phone at home, and he's like, I can't do this, but I'll meet you outside of the store. And Kyle went and bought the phone from the Verizon guy.
Nice.
Yep.
My Cuz Max was $1,500. Is that too much? I mean, where are you located? Because if you're not in America, the United States, that sounds high.
It sounds, yeah. It's tough to know.
I mean, maybe there was like a thing where people pre-ordered it and then sold it online.
Maybe.
In which case, I mean,
it sounds like.
I mean, if you're doing it that way, you're going to pay what you're going to pay because people are going to obviously. It's like Ticketmaster; they're going to just rake up the price there, raise the prices on the tickets.
Honestly, it could have been worse. $1,500 for
I mean, that's not a
terrible.
It's not a terrible deal.
No, it's fine. It's probably exactly you paid what you're supposed to, probably. Yeah. Especially if there's tax in that. You know, it is expensive.
Yeah. Especially you get it outright.
Yep.
Now you own it.
Now you own it.
I bought a broken, unlocked iPhone 6 for $45 and am planning on reselling it. Should I repair the screen myself or resell it with the broken screen? Can you resell a iPhone 6 16 gigabyte with a broken screen for more than $45?
Well, this is a tuna kebab question, so I'm going to let you handle it, David.
I mean, you're going to get more money if the screen is working properly.
Tell me more.
Have you ever repaired a screen on your own before? There's a special toolkit there. You're going to need that.
Yeah, I'm with you, tuna kebab. Totally. I think that it's a good idea to repair it yourself because it's easy to do.
You think it's easy to repair your own screen? I mean, if you've done it before.
I mean, listen, you spent $45 on it, right? Yep. So that's not a ton of money, and you're planning on reselling it. So I would look at the price of a broken phone on eBay, which for this is like, $45, right? So not a lot. But how much is this phone going to go for on eBay? If it's probably like $200, $180.
I'm kind of curious.
So you can get a screen repair on Amazon kit, maybe $30, $40. You can make $100 here if you repair it yourself. Go to ifixit.com, tuna kebab, and you will find some awesome repair guides.
iPhone 6 is selling for $130. So if you can repair it yourself, get the toolkit, pay $20 for the toolkit.
Yeah.
Repair it yourself. You can sell it maybe for $100. You've doubled your money.
Yeah, tuna kebab, problem with repairing is the screen quality isn't the same as the original. It should be if you get a good kit. Otherwise it's just not a good repair kit. There are high quality knockoffs out there. People on eBay would buy it for $100.
Yeah, it seems like it. Can you explain battery cycles?
I sure can. So battery cycles is one cycle is one time of your battery being used from 100% to 0%. But a lot of people used to think that. Would you help me with this, Dave?
I mean, it's like what if you go from 100 to 25?
Right.
And then you go back up to 50 and then down to 25 again. That's one cycle.
That's one cycle. Apple manages your battery usage so that if you use the first 75% the first day and then go back up to 100%, then the next day, the first 25% you use is the final 25% of the previous day. So it rotates. So number of charge cycles is the amount of times that your iPhone battery has gone from full capacity to no capacity. That's the number of cycles.
Is iFixit trustworthy for hardware repair walkthroughs?
Yes.
I used iFixit to replace a Mac screen before. I had never done it before, and I went to their guide, and I did it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, iFixit is expensive for hardware. I've never bought a repair kit on there. I just use it.
Yeah, you can go to Amazon.com and get an iPhone repair kit for probably
much cheaper.
$15.
Yep. And then should we let the buyer know to repair the screen?
I mean,
yourself?
if you want to be honest, I think it's good to be honest.
I think it's more about being honest about the condition of the phone that it is in now. So if you can tell that the screen has been repaired by yourself, then I would disclose it. If it's if you did the job perfectly.
I mean, if you did a good job, you just say, hey, I just replaced this broken screen with a brand new screen. Yeah. Its value is more now because the screen is new. I'm going to charge you $110 instead of $100.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like when people sell, they fix up an old car to sell. It's like, oh, this car is in a bad condition. It's in great condition because I just fixed it. So
Yeah, for sure.
I would, say I fixed the screen. It's way better now. It's brand new. It's great.
Yep.
Barking Spider, you're awesome. We'll recommend to friends. You're awesome. And we'll recommend
you to
your
our
channel.
friends. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Well, this was a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Oh, man, there's no one in the chat left. I wanted to ask them if they want to see this kind of stream every 2 weeks when I'm down here, but it's kind of a...
David, we're going to do this more often than when you're just
I
here.
know.
I can hold it down.
We gotta figure out a way to get me remotely in.
Yeah.
See you later, Tech Key. Thank you guys for watching. I mean,
it's so easy to get you remotely in here.
I know.
It's easy. You got to get you. Do you want lights? I'll get you lights.
I have lights.
I'll get you lights. We're going to get them lights. We're going to ship them.
Third-party screens are way worse quality. You can find 5 perfect quality screens.
It depends. Yeah, definitely depends on...
Don't buy a super cheap one.
Yeah. Totally.
Pinoy Boy says yes more often. All right.
Sweet.
Well,
you got it.
I'm here for 2 more days.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, great.
We're going to live stream 24 hours.
We're not going to stop. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this video. As I said earlier, tons of great deals in the iPhone XS and XS Max. Links in the descriptions. We talked about a lot of products today.
We did.
We have a link to Amazon in the description of this video. If you use that link, we may get a commission on those sales. So we appreciate you guys using that, especially if you want to buy a charger.
If you want to get a great new phone,
phone, iPhone XS, links in the description.
Might as well. Yep. Lance, should you buy an iPhone 10 or 10s? Let's get honest with ourselves here. If money is an issue for you at all, get the 10.
If money is not an issue,
if you're coming from something other than a 10,
right?
If you already have a 10, then but obviously you don't. But a friend of mine asked me the same question today. He said, "Hey Dave, should I get the 10 or the 10s? I have the 7," and I said, if money is an issue at all, go for the 10 because it's practically the same phone.
Yeah. If money's not an issue, the 10s will be a little bit better than the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for watching this. Thumbs up the stream. Share our channel with all of your friends. And after this video, we're going to keep this live. It's going to be uploaded on YouTube. So if you want to share our stream and our content in the style of this show with your friends and get them kind of engaged in the show too, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'd love to have them. Answer their questions.
Yeah,
we did some troubleshooting today. We talked about some new products.
Talked about some phones.
Yep. Hey.
Lots of live chat. Thanks, Nicole.
Yep.
Sweeping in at the last minute.
Right at the last minute.
Solid.
Nice to see you.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for being here. Bye.